Welcome back. It's been a while. I'm very not on it, but it's okay. I'll try and change that someday. But yeah, how you guys doing? That's for sure. That's what's up. Yeah, well, I guess I don't even know what to talk about, but I'm glad I'm doing this because I do need to do these. But I guess if we're gonna talk about anything, we should talk about music. Let's talk about I think in the first episode I mentioned that I really like Alice in Chains. I really like Alice in Chains though. Like I really think they're definitely revolutionary. But I don't just like Alice in Chains. Like if I were to relate to one person in that band, it would definitely be Lane Stanley. He was definitely the GOAT. I hate saying the GOAT. It's such a dumb term, but he was. Like Jerry Cantrell would carry all the influence of sound and all that, and Sean was always super like on it about the drums. Like he basically brought as much as he could to the table, and it worked, and he did really good on that. But their bassist was just basically whoever they had at the time was adding something new to it. So it's just they always had a good force of talent, but I just think Lane almost went through the most during that band, because he, in a way, I feel like that sound was kind of forced upon him, like he never really originally created the sound that they created. So I feel like he in a way had to get used to it. And it's very scary to see that, as a musician, because trying to get used to music, you're never going to be fully in it. So it's like, that's why I think, and he ended up, spiraling down because he couldn't really manage it. I mean, they created way too hard of vocals for him to keep up with, and it's not his fault. But I think he was definitely revolutionary. I mean, to me at least, like he opened my eyes up to a lot of things that I would have never realized. But yeah, he's definitely a good influence. I'm glad he did what he did, and it sucks that he can't be around for people to let him know how many people he impacted. But I think he's definitely at least hopefully looking down and seeing what's going on. But I mean, shit, who knows what happens when we die. But yeah, I mean, music's been going all right. I've been just kind of slowly posting. I just don't really know where to go from here. Like, I just genuinely, I wish I could just reach out to somebody who could help me and give me basically a handicap into this whole thing. But I just feel like the only way I'm going to get respect is by doing it myself, which is like, when you think about it, it's such, like, you dread it, but I don't think it'll be bad in the moment. It's just kind of tough right now, thinking about everything. It's like a lot on the mind, but it's okay though. Oh. Yeah, it's just, it's unfortunate what happens to people, when there's a lot going on in their lives that other people don't realize. It, you know, I think I just wish people would have faith in me, but it's gonna take a lot more than just me saying I'm good enough. But music, and another thing I've been realizing is I feel like everyone's been taking music the wrong way. In a way, like, not what I'm trying to say is that it's all wrong, but what I'm trying to say is that like I was watching Jimi Hendrix the other day, and like seeing the shit he would pull out of thin air was just insane. Like how did these thoughts come into his brain for him to put it down into a sound? So like it's been really almost tripping me out lately. It's just like I feel like it's crazy how music is all these little sound bites of just noise and sound all into one complete little thing, and like we call it a song, but in reality it's probably just a message. Like it's like, and that's what I've been feeling about my music lately, is that everything I do is just a message into it. It's just like It's almost like I'm channeling it from somewhere and I'm letting you know, but it's just weird how it's in short bursts. Like that's why like when I was watching his actual full set concert, it made a lot more sense. Like it feels like he's pulling something out of somewhere that's there. It is there, but he's pulling out of somewhere and he's showing it to people. And like I thought that was very special when I was watching it. But then like it just makes me feel like posting songs like it's almost like we weren't meant to take it that way, like we're thinking about it in a different way than it should be thought about. Maybe it's because it makes the most money, and obviously all humans really care about is, making the most money in life. But I think genuinely music was made to channel something and to just show people the truth almost. But it's really tough, especially because I haven't really made it or done anything productive in the music industry, you'd say. So it's like, how am I ever going to be effective? Like I need to catch something first before I can say I can cook, But I don't know. Maybe it'll come sometime. Maybe it'll come tonight. Maybe it'll come in a year from now. Maybe it'll come from 5 years, 10 years from now. It might take a long time, but I mean, I am ready to be patient. As much as I'm not patient and I just want to get it going right away, I just know that there's a reason why it's not going right away, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll definitely see. I just like, it's tough because like I feel like the route I've been choosing, I just like lately I feel like I'm just kind of not like, neglecting everybody or like pushing everyone out, but I feel like in a way I'm kind of choosing it's honestly just self-torture. Like I feel like I'm just choosing to be a loner in a way, like I just feel like it kind of does definitely enhance my music just because of the fact that like I just make really down music, so like it makes me even more down, and like I've always just wanted the best for people, so as long as they're doing good, I think I'm fine. I only really like I'll pick up the friends that I know that need the most, but like the ones that are good on their own, like I don't need to really entertain that. It is really good seeing them though. I just wish that like sometimes people would just understand, like what place other people are in, but it's just like it's really tough, like everybody's stubborn in their own way. I'm even stubborn. I'm still stubborn, but who knows, maybe we can change that. But there's definitely going to be a great awakening someday. I don't know when. It could be not of in my lifetime, but it could happen. I feel like this one's just like kind of not like boring, but it's definitely not going to be as like funny, I don't think. Just because like I feel like I'm talking about things that are, not in the comical sense. It would be fun to be a comedian though. I mean, it is a grind for sure, writing material constantly, but it does look like fun. I mean, all your job is to just have fun. That's what people came to see. But I don't know. Maybe I could be a comic someday, but I have way too many dreams. Like, I'll want to do something one day, and then like the next second, I'll want to do another thing. Like 100% though. Like I don't know why. So my brain is very jittery on what it exactly wants, but I know the main idea of what I want. It's just about getting it. It's gonna take a while, hopefully not, but it will. I'm ready for it though. Hopefully I can, hang in there, but I've always wanted like a band, but like it just to me it never really right now it doesn't really feel like it's ever gonna be that way, but it would be cool. I mean, who cares about the money? I would sacrifice that just for more fun and more mental leave, because being alone on the road, and obviously I'd be making more money, but being alone and in my own head, like, I just don't know exactly how I would take that. But I might have to be, honestly, just because, like, I don't know, lately I've been feeling like I'm the only one who drives the music to be what it wants to be, like, there's very minimal outside sources to help me, but my main buddy, he's just off to baseball, so I just sometimes I really wish that we could, keep at it and just do it at least once in a while. And it does work like that sometimes. It's just, you got to give each other time. Like, he has his goals, I have mine. That's why, like, I feel like I mainly will have to do it alone. But it's so fun, like, doing it with people. Like, he's, like, definitely the most fun I've ever had making music with someone is him. It just sucks that, like, life is just throwing curveballs constantly. It's fine though. I'll figure it out one day. One day when I'm, 80 years old in a deathbed, I'll be like, you know what? I think I figured it out. But I won't tell anybody what I figured out. I'll just figure it out by myself. Definitely, while I remember this, one thing I do remember is that if you can't get through this life alone, then you're going to have a lot of trouble. But not like literally alone, like I feel like mentally and like, because we definitely need people. I used to like to say that there are distractions from what's really going on, but like I hate saying that because like, the people I see aren't just distractions. They're people I care about, but in reality, it's just a distraction from your own mental chaos. But you should definitely practice on being in your own headspace and being alone and laughing at things alone and not having to share it with somebody, because you got to realize that at the end of the day, you're only really going to have yourself, especially to manage. Like, you can't manage multiple people at once. Like, if worse comes to worse, you are the one that is priority in your life, because if you're not here, then you won't be able to at least help other people out when the time comes. So you do definitely need to, stick with it strong. But there will come a time where everybody has to go, and I think that's going to be a very tough time for a lot of people to go through. But I feel like a lot of other people do also kind of just have this feeling that there is more to this life than just this. And another thing I was kind of thinking about is that we should enjoy this life as much as we can. As much as it is very tough and hard on us, I think we should enjoy it just because we really don't know what's going to be next. Like, what could be next could be 10 times harder and more torturous than this, and like it could just be a big pain in the ass. But and basically we would be missing this in the next life, and we'd probably be shooting ourselves in the foot over the fact that we didn't give this a shot as much as we should have. But I think I don't know, I really think it's all gonna work out. Like, I mean, I really hope I get to see people I never even got to meet before, or like kind of just branch off of whatever this is. I don't even know what this is, honestly. I think the human race has twisted a lot of what reality really means. Like, a lot of people have a skewed reality, and it's very like concerning. But I think we'll all get a hang of it sometime. It's just gonna take a lot of good time. But I don't know, I think we're getting there. I don't know why I'm just randomly thinking about the pyramids of Egypt. Those great pyramids in Egypt. They're kind of crazy. They're really big. But the even bigger one is in Mexico, I'm pretty sure. I think there's pyramids everywhere for a reason. Oh yeah, let me just say this. Thank God I remember this. I had a theory because, like, how I said we look at it from a different angle. Well, like, when we build houses nowadays, we build them more square-like, 4 walls and a roof. That's the perfect structure. But like, seems to be back way when, like, way probably thousands on thousands of years ago. It just seems to be that like the most perfect structure was always at a tip. And they say that Great Pyramid has actually 8 walls, which is kind of like pretty crazy, because it's all like really weird. But anyway, I just think that they looked at the universe and what all this is going around us from a different perspective and a different angle, and that's why maybe they reached a different, maybe everybody was happy back then, or maybe, not even just that, but maybe just they were living better lives that actually benefited them as a human. But I just feel like we're kind of stuck in this box life, and we're like consistently going to keep going that route until somebody brings us out of the darkness and kind of shows us that there's a bigger light at the end of the tunnel than we really think there is, you know? Because there's so many people that tell us what to do and like think that they can control our thoughts, but like really they're just the same as us, you know? Like we're all in the same boat. There is no, higher power here, like through humans there is no higher power. But yeah, I just really wish that people would be all on the same page, but it's okay. One day we will be. I can't make that promise to you. I wish I could, but I'm going to try and do my best to try and make it that way. So, hope you guys know that. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to sound like a lunatic for the rest of my life, but until this human race wakes up, I'm going to be the way I am. I think this was a good episode. It wasn't as funny as the last one maybe, but I think it was very thoughtful. If, you took your time to listen, and I think you might have, got some things out of it that you needed, but thank you guys, definitely. I always walk out of here feeling better. Like, that's why I really should be doing this more often, and I will be. I want to be, so I should be, honestly, but all right, well, I appreciate you guys sitting along and listening to me. I'm really bad at goodbyes, but I feel like ending it, so I'm going to end it. But thank you. I appreciate you. Goodbye.